Hey guys, this is Rick. I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm using this little GoPro Hero 2 now. I've got this skeleton case for it now, so there are holes in the side so I can plug in microphones and things, but I'm hoping you're going to hear me okay, well, especially inside the van here. I might actually plug in an external mic while I'm outside. Anyway, I'm here at the Allotment. I haven't been here for over a week. Basically, I've been away on my little retreat. You may have seen one or two of the videos I've put up. And I'm not quite sure what to expect. I need to go and have a look. Now, first of all, I do want to say a big thanks to everybody who left feedback and comments on my last allotment video, where I asked the question, you know, are long allotment videos a good or a bad thing? And overwhelmingly, the majority, in fact, I think everyone just said, yeah, you know, make them 10 minutes, make them 20 minutes. Length is not important, you know, just you know, make them long. And some people are saying the longer they are, the better. So I shall thanks for the feedback, and I shall endeavour to make my my videos well, the length they've got to be, which is generally sort of over 10 minutes. Okay, let's step outside and have a look and see what's what. Right then, let's have a look. Okay, well, the potatoes are getting absolutely choked up by the bindweed, and all that Roundup stuff that I put on the leaves, you know, that stuff you dab on, didn't seem to make the slightest bit of difference. That's annoying. Let's have a look at the black currants. I know I had some here. Yeah, there we go. Look, got a black currant there. Look. Let's give it a go. It's sort of it's got a sour sort of taste, but I'm not sure whether they're supposed to taste like that or not. Okay. Looks like the courgettes are, well, they've sort of survived, but they're not doing very well. This one over here, it looks like it had a good courgette on it, and now it's just kind of shrivelling away. But like I say, I'm not particularly worried about the courgettes because I don't particularly like them anyway. Broad beans, well, they've grown quite big, but they are as sort of mauled and chewed. I really don't fancy them. There's a couple of intact ones on there that I might see if I can harvest. Look at cheeky blooming snail there. And look, oh, there's one of those imposter ladybirds. I think these are coming over into our country and killing off our native species, which is, oh look, there we go. There's a native species ladybird. They've got far fewer spots and they're more orangey. And these are I think these are American. I'm not sure, I have to go and do some research. But yeah, but apparently these ones are killing off these ones. I'll have to look that one up. But yeah, it's quite interesting and sad as well. What else we got? Okay, these are the French beans. Absolutely useless. This is broccoli, I think. That's sort of coming up amongst the weeds. I'll have to get in there and pull the weeds out. And I think this is cabbage, although I have heard that cabbage does not, we don't have very good cabbages on this whole allotment site. Nobody seems to have much success with cabbage. This is the Brussels sprouts. They're okay, but they're not going to be ready till Christmas time. And here's kale in amongst the weeds, which, to be honest, I'm not even that bothered about. Who the hell eats kale anyway? I think half my battle this year was I just bought loads and loads of seeds and chucked them in the ground. Didn't give much thought to you know, whether I'd actually end up using it or not. Got a real slug issue here because I haven't been here for the last 5 days. Haven't put any slug pellets down or anything, so the slugs are really kind of getting stuck in there, so I'll have to put some down before I go. Runner beans are just completely useless. You know, these should be way up here by now, and you can see they're trying, but it's just not happening. I noticed a couple that have sort of got to waist height, and they're trying. I think this one's here about the greenest one I've got here. But yeah, I don't think we're actually going to be getting much in the way of runner beans this year, which is a shame, because runner beans are always, you know, such an abundant sort of crop. Well, first impressions, looks like the mulch has worked a little bit. There are still grasses and weeds and stuff coming through, but generally speaking, I think it was a good thing. Nothing's grown. I haven't been here in a week, and look, these tomato plants are still alright. It's slightly bigger, a couple of inches bigger than when I planted them a week ago. They've all been getting enough water by the looks of it, because this area is always really wet. These tomatoes are doing okay. Lots and lots of flowers on them. Now I've learned to pollinate the flowers. Oh, get off. To pollinate the flowers, all you got to do is that. Just give them a tap, and that'll be fine. I've got an actual tomato on there. And oh wow, look, cucumbers. I've got an enormous cucumber there. Look at that, and another. Good grief! Look at the size of that. That is fantastic. Wow. Oh, well, there we go. We have an allotment success. Wow, 2 giant cucumbers. Let's see if there's any more. There's lots of little ones growing. This is where growing cucumbers vertically is an advantage, because when they grow vertically, the weight on them pulls down on them, and you get nice straight cucumbers. And look, there's our little friend. See him? Just spotted him. Hello, mate. I wonder if the snake's in there as well. Actually, it's not a snake. It's the grass snake is a. Sorry, not a grass snake, is it? It's a slow worm, and it's not actually a snake. It's I learned, did some homework on it. It's actually a lizard. It's a legless lizard, not a slow worm. Oh, blimey, there's another one. Good grief, and another. Wow, and another. Look at the one behind there. Oops. Just tread my tomato plant down while I'm trying to get there with excitement. It's an enormous, look at the size of that. Wow. I suspect there may be a slightly bountiful harvest of cucumbers today. That's nice. Let's just get these pollinated. There's loads more as well. So that's all the water, because there's so much water here. A little frog looking at me down there. There's so much water here. Obviously the cucumbers are loving it, because they're very, very water-based fruit. Well, the tomatoes are just doing great, although this one's looking a little yellow. But the others, they're all kind of looking, you know, lots of vegetation, lots and lots of flowers. Look at all those yellow flowers there. And to pollinate, you just give the flowers a little flick, and that will aid in pollinating them. I'll go through and do that whole lot soon. This is the parsnips. I think they're doing exceedingly well, although they're not supposed to actually be ready, I don't think, till sort of late in the year, so that could get interesting. This tomato plant's gone sort of Jurassic. I might have to sort out some canes for that, because it's coming right out. But it's doing marvellously well, though. I mean, look, it's just going for it. That's a money maker, I think. And I've got money maker in Gardener's Delight here this year. But another tomato plant here is getting too heavy for its stake. Let's dig that in a bit. Vines are looking good, really going for it. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to get much of a crop, if any of them, from this year. But I'm hoping I can kind of train them along. I'll have to get some some sort of wires along here. The other tomato plants that I planted, they're all, well, they're growing, but they're growing so slowly. This one's looking a little pale. Pak choy looking good. I can take some of those home with me today. Tomato plants again. Celery. It's actually starting to look a little bit like celery now, which is good. I've never actually seen celery growing before, so it's quite an interesting thing. Sweet corn. Wow, look at this. Look, and we've got. Look, you can see all the pollen coming off. Wow. Oops, big spider. Blah. Big spider's web. Yeah, you can go elsewhere. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, look, this is... See all the pollen just falling down? Wow. So, I'm not sure where the actual corn cob bits are. I've never grown sweet corn before. I did attempt it a couple of years ago, but nothing grew. But that's got to be sweet corn there. And so, yeah. I might have to go and look that up actually, just to see if there's anything I can do that will help with the pollination of it, because I know it's normally pollinated by the wind. Although I know my neighbour says he normally grabs a handful of this and then wipes it on all of the trestle bits on the sweet corn, but the sweet corn's not developed enough yet by the looks of it. There's some sweet corn there. But I'm looking forward to how that turns out. And these are the little ones that I planted. They've actually started growing bigger, so that's good. And these garlic, well, they're looking messy, but I think we might get something out of them this year. So all in all, not too bad. I say a few well, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but a few disappointments with the strawberries. I was hoping to get at least a nice big red juicy strawberry, but at least all the ants have gone home by the looks of it. And this lettuce is knackered. I think that's grown up and gone rotten. Ugh. So right, I think I'm going to have to start doing some harvesting. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot to bring more worm food. I've got a load of food for the or kitchen scraps for the worms. Better check on them, see how they're doing. Yeah, that's it's one of those things where you can't hold the camera and... Oh, maybe you can. Oh, there you go, look. Yeah, look, that's kitchen scraps slowly turning into compost, which is fantastic. The worms are in there, loving it by the looks of it. So I'll leave them alone. It's a slow process, but I know I've got loads and loads of worm tea in there. Now you can actually see it. Oh, look at that giant slug there. Yeah, look, I've got loads of worm tea. You can see it actually leaking out the side there. So that's good nutrients for watering everything. Let's just let some air in. And I did notice when I came in here, look, I've got some sunflowers. Wow, fantastic. So I did get a few that survived, and obviously I lost a few as well, but that's wonderful. And these are supposed to be huge. They're supposed to grow very, very large. They get like 18-inch heads on them, so that'll be a nice little harvest of sunflower seeds. Oh, look at that. The fennel, that's really going for it. I love the smell of this stuff. It's just got that real licoricey smell. Very nice. Actually, it looks like it's going over. It's sort of going a bit yellow. Look at the grass on the path. See, I mulched all this, and all the grass has come up, and we've still got waterlogged, squishy ground. You can hear the squishiness. All of the butternut squashes are dead, except that one, which it should be about 1,000,000 times bigger than that by this time in the season. All the peas here are all dying off. They're not happy. In fact, I didn't check my peas over here. Now I'm ready to write off this year. Got some peas. Wow. Got to try one. Yeah, let's put the camera down. Hopefully I'm not too much of a silhouette. One pea, let's have a look. Let's crack open the... Oh, listen. Crack open the pods. And look, we've got some peas. Oh, that is so sweet. There we go. That's what peas look like before you get them in the bag at Sainsbury's. Oh, very, very sweet. Oh, I'm going to be picking some of those. Oh, they're so Moorish. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I'm just going to have to finish this whole pod off now. Let's set my camera there. If I can, without it falling over. Hopefully you can see this. Look at that.
Oh, oh, so sweet. Why would you want to cook something like that when it tastes like this? Oh, it's like sweets, or if in America, like candy. Oh wow, lovely. Do you know if you can eat these or not? It's a bit tough. No, I think I'll pass on that.
Right, let's try it without the plug-in mic. There we go. I've actually got some produce. Finally, at long last, I've actually got something to show for my allotment. Although it's not a huge amount, but I got these like 5 enormous cucumbers. I think I'm going to have to juice those because there's no way I'm going to eat those. And I can't stop picking at these peas. They are so nice. I've never ever tasted anything so sweet and fresh in my life. So I'm well chuffed with those. And they've got plenty more growing over there as well. Got plenty more, nearly lost a lot then. Got plenty more pak choy and lettuce in the polytunnel. But again, you can only get through so much of it in one go, and obviously if you harvest it all at the same time, it's just not gonna work. You're gonna end up chucking a load of it away. But yeah, this is gonna constitute a meal or two, and I'm kind of really looking forward to taking those home and getting stuck into them. But as for the rest of the allotments, well, like I say, I'm sort of ready to write it all off. You know, this year it's everything I do. It seems like a complete waste of space with the weather being the way it is. So I think I'm just going to let everything take its chances as it is. I'll carry on plugging in the polytunnel with the tomatoes, because I know these things are another couple of months and I'm going to have an abundance of tomatoes. I'm pretty sure of it. And obviously the cucumbers are doing really well now. But yeah, as for the rest of it, I think I'm going to start again with a little bit of a blank slate next year and put into practice everything I've learned from this year. So I think what I do need to do is when I start getting ready to do the allotment next year, I need to watch back some of my videos that I've done this year, just so that I don't make the same mistakes. Yeah, I definitely think the whole covering over in grow bags thing is gonna be what's gonna work for me. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I know there's all sorts of methods and things that I could employ to make it work, but ultimately I think what's going to work for me next year will be the grow bags, and I think I've sort of got my heart set on doing that next year. And I know people are saying, well, no, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to go and get tons of manure and spread it all over the plot and stuff. And it's just the idea, or put it this way, I know myself well. If doing stuff to maintain this allotment becomes too much like hard work, I know I'll just get to the point where I want to walk away from it. So I have to kind of put the Rick factor into whatever it is I do, so that it's still fun and enjoyable to do. And for me, the idea of going out and manhandling tons of manure, into bags so that I can put them in the van, so that I can put them on the what's name, especially if that's assuming I can find somewhere that's giving away manure. And it has to be the right kind of manure. It can't just be like fresh green manure. It has to be well rotted. It has to have sat there for a year or two to kind of rot down and stuff. So the whole manure thing is, I know it's the right way to go, but it's, to me, from here it seems like a lot of hassle getting there, because straight away I've got no trailer hook. I've got access to a trailer for one, but I've got no trailer hook on here. So I don't know. And anyway, I'm not going to do the manure thing next year. I will do the grow bags thing next year. I'm pretty much got my mind made up on that now. Okay, right, I'm going to get off home with this little lot and have some fun in the kitchen, although I can see me just munching my way through these little peas. They're just so lovely. If you have never grown your own peas, you have not lived. These just, I can't believe something this scrumptious exists in nature. This is beyond anything I've ever tasted. How simple is this? Honestly, I've never ever had peas fresh out of the pod like this. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Hang on. Let me put the camera there. And try it. I've never ever eaten peas straight from the pod, straight from the ground, and this is it's just it's better than any sweets. It's better than any sweets I've ever tasted in my life. This is just like nature's candy. Oh man, I could devour the whole lot. Obviously the younger they are, the sweeter they are. Oh. Do it. If you've never grown peas, find a little tub or somewhere, little corner of the back garden, or on your windowsill or something. Just grow some and have a go. They're just, they're so nice. Oh, so moreish. Anyway, right, I better stop. I'll leave you to it, guys. Probably a bit of a messy video, this one, but hopefully the new camera's kind of working okay and the sound's okay. Like I say, my biggest concern with this camera is the sound. It's not particularly good because the camera is sealed inside like this big waterproof container. But there we go. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. No doubt there will be more videos coming soon. So until then, have fun, take care, and I'll see you soon.